What's up everybody? Welcome back to my Minecraft 1.18 survival let's play. We are standing in front of the sweet retaining wall we put together in the last episode, and we also did a little bit of landscaping over here, and I also went ahead and added in these little holes in the retaining wall, which we'll get to later. But today we have a very important job to do. I am in desperate need of mending. I am tired of using diamonds to repair my tools, and so we're going to head over the western mountains to that village. It's a little bit off in that direction, I believe, and we're going to see if we can trade with some librarians and some Fletchers, trade them some sticks to get some emeralds so we can get some mending books. Now, for the time being, I think we're going to leave the villagers in the village, but eventually we'll be bringing them back here and building them their own places to live, and we'll also bring quite a few, and we'll put together a village breeder and stuff like that. But for today, the plan is just to head out there and see if we can get a few mending books, preferably, like 2 or 3. If the trading's going pretty well, then maybe we can try to get a few more than that. But that is what we're going to be doing in the first part of today's episode. And then after we have successfully acquired mending, there is a second very important piece to the mending being useful, and that is experience. So we have a skeleton spawner, which I think it's just right off the lush cave. Oh, and we've got a traveling villager over there. Maybe we should go say hello to him real quick. But we're going to make an experience farm with either the skeleton farm or skeleton spawner, that we have nearby, or potentially the zombie spawner, which is just right behind our house in that cave. But let's see what this guy has to offer. Some dye, some small drip leaf. I don't know if you can harvest that naturally, so we'll go ahead and grab 2. Some dye, moss, bucket of tropical fish, nothing else we're really too interested in. So let's go ahead and head on over to that village and see if we can find a librarian. We've successfully made it over here to the village, and we are going to just have a little look around. This guy's a Fletcher. That's actually perfect. This is the first villager profession that we're looking to trade with. We are going to trade a bunch of sticks with hopefully multiple Fletchers to help gain us quite a few emeralds, because as you can see, 32 sticks equals 1 emerald, and sticks really aren't that hard to gather. So we're gonna see how many he'll trade us. We already got him leveled up, and let's just craft up some more sticks. We are going to be using a lot of sticks, and there we go, we got him leveled up. Let's see how many. Okay, so now his trade has been maxed out for the time being, and we'll have to wait for him to go back to his workstation and replenish the trades. So, oh, that looks like just we missed out on once the first time we were here. But while we wait for that Fletcher, we are going to see if there are any other Fletchers or any other librarians in this village. And it looks like we have a couple of guys in here with no profession. I see a Fletcher. I'm not sure if this is the same guy. Let's go talk to him. Okay, that's the same Fletcher. And we need to craft another of these fletching table, so we can get another villager to have the Fletcher profession. So let's go ahead and get another one of these tables crafted. All right, we got that second fletching table right here, and we're gonna check. Looks like his trades are open again. Also, as you trade with the villagers, they start to give you discounts on the trades, which is really nice. So we've got this discounted trade now. It's only 31 sticks instead of 32. So we'll go ahead and max out his trade, hitting level 30. Looks like we are out of sticks again, which is okay. We'll be able to gather up some more sticks pretty easily, but let's see if we can find another villager that doesn't have a profession. And there's really not too many villagers here, but here we go. We have quite a few gathering over here, and let's see, it might be a little too late in the day for anyone to pick up a new profession. We also have several farmers, so we might take out a couple of the composters so we have more villagers to work with, but I think we're gonna have to wait until the morning. Oh, there we go. And he has a stick trade. That's perfect. Let's just quickly craft some sticks, lock in that stick trade with him. So now we have 2 stick trading Fletchers, which is perfect. And the next step is going to be placing down this lectern, and we can just put it here for now. I don't think there are any other free villagers, so what I'm going to do is make my way over to the composter and go ahead and take that up. And so now one of the farming villagers will no longer use that composter, and they will no longer have the farming profession, and hopefully they will pick up the librarian profession, but it's looking like they're headed in for the evening. So we'll go ahead and sleep, and then we'll head back here and check this out in the morning. All right, it is the next morning, and we are going to walk around the village a little bit, see if one of these farmers has changed his profession. That guy is still a farmer. We need to find the other one and see. It sounds like there's somebody in here. Oh, he's right up there. This guy doesn't have a profession, so maybe let's bring the lectern to him. Maybe that'll make his life a little bit easier, and he will decide to take up the librarian profession, and we can cycle through those different trades to see if we can get mending. But he quickly went ahead and grabbed that. Fire protection 3 is not what we're looking for, so the easiest way to cycle through the different trade options is just picking up the lectern and placing back down, and they should pick up the profession pretty quickly unless somebody else has. Let's just try again real fast. Oh, now that guy became a armorer because of this blast furnace. So we will just remove the blast furnace and try again with the lectern. There we go. So now you just have to cycle through these trades a few times, and as long as you don't trade with the villager, you'll have new options every time. So I'm going to do this until we get a mending book. Oh, and there we go. Oh my goodness. That took quite some time. And unfortunately, as you can see, they're a little bit frustrated with me. He's charging me 37 emeralds instead of 36. And that's because I accidentally hit one of the villagers while I was trying to pick up the lectern. So you have to be super careful about that. But we're going to go ahead and buy this insanely expensive mending book. Lock in his mending trade, and there we go. We have found a mending trading librarian villager, which is awesome. and we need it pretty bad. As you can see, we have the villager who has the trade, and the next step is going to be trading with him a few more times just to be able to have a few mending books, and then we will also trade with the Fletchers a few more times, get some sticks, and eventually as well we will take these villagers back to the valley and turn them into zombie villagers, and then turn them back into villagers, which will drastically reduce their trades. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and trade with the Fletchers a few more times, try to get a couple more mending books, and then we will head back to the valley to begin working on our XP farm. All right, we've made it down to this skeleton spawner, and so the next step is going to be clearing out a pretty decently sized area, digging a pretty deep hole, about 20 blocks or so, and then creating a little bit of a killing chamber for us to stand and just smack the skeletons from the safety of behind some blocks. So we're going to go ahead and get that started, get this dug out, and then once it is all put together, I'll kind of go through and talk about the different components of the skeleton experience farm. So let's get to it. All right, we've got the basic chamber area dug out, and we got the water in for the spawner. But as I was putting together the killing chamber, which is right down there, I realized we don't have a key component to this farm, and that component is soul sand. We need soul sand to take the skeletons up in a bubble column and then drop them back down, so when they hit the ground on the other side, they are only one hit. That way it maximizes the efficiency of the farm. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back up, and we need to go to the Nether. So we're going to head back up and put together another portal, and then just hop over to the Nether real quick and grab some soul sand. Now for the Nether portal placement, I was thinking we would continue this path that we have going, put a bridge over this river that we have created, and come back into this cave that we had explored in a previous episode. And I thought it would be a cool place to put the portal up against this back wall over here, kind of do some decorating in there, and of course make a nice path that goes all the way connecting up to the paths that we have in front of our house. So we're going to go ahead and throw that Nether portal together really quick, do a little bit of decorating, and then we will head into the Nether to grab some soul sand. And there we go. We've got the nether portal all built up and decorated. I also went ahead and added in the pathway through here, and I think that is looking fantastic. So the next thing is going to be crafting up some flint and steel and heading on into the nether. Hopefully this goes well. There we go, we got that lit up, and let's go through and see what's on the other side. We got the need to go deeper advancement, and we are up here on a tree. All right, we just need some soul sand and being careful. Not seeing any. There's an Enderman. Just gotta carefully make our way around and see if we can find some soul sand, and then we are out of here. So I'm going to look around a little bit, and we will be back once I find some soul sand. Alright, after a ridiculous amount of time, over 10 minutes searching for some soul sand, we found a couple. So we're going to head back to the overworld, head down into the skeleton spawner, and go ahead and finish up building the killing chamber, and that way we will have a fully functional XP farm. So let's head on back down there and get working on that. All right, there we go. We have got the skeleton XP farm all put together. There we go. We've got a skeleton dropping in. And so basically how this works is right over here, we have the skeleton spawner, and we've dug out this 9x9x5 room and placed 2 water sources in each corner. Those flow down to a little opening right there where there is a bubble column that takes the skeletons 27 blocks up into the air, over a few blocks, and then drops them down right here. And the reason we lift them up like that is because we want them to be as low health-wise as possible, so it takes minimal effort to kill them and collect the drops and the XP. Now, before we test out the XP farm, there's something I wanted to do with part of this section of the wall over here. We found some amethyst shards a while ago in a geode, and so I wanted to make some tinted glass. Now, tinted glass is pretty cool because it allows you to see through it, but no light will shine through the block. So this way we can put some tinted glass right here, and let's craft up 2 more. And so we can see what's going on, but there's no effect to the light levels, so the skeletons will still spawn regardless of the fact that we have light in this room here. And I just think that's a cool addition. That way we can see what's going on. We can see them spawning. And so now we're going to wait a second. We're going to let a few more drop in, and I want to show how much experience that this farm actually gives you. If you look down, you can see I have just short of 1 XP level. And so we're going to take out some of these skeletons and see how quickly that increases. So let's try it now. Let's see, just like that one hit, we took out all those skeletons, and we went from just short of level 1 all the way up to level 7.5. And we didn't collect very much of the drops from that, and that's because we've set up a hopper here and a barrel, and it all funnels down through this system where I've set up 3 double chests to help collect all of the loot. And so this farm is really going to do good to help us out here at the beginning and earn us early level experience. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to tune in to the next episode. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.